Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Thomas if you're brand new, and welcome to episode 9 of my Man Bun monthly series. What was the last episode? What was it? In the last Man Bun monthly episode, we looked at 6 Man Bun accessories every guy needs for a good looking man bun. In this video, we're going to be talking about a couple of things that you can do to make your man bun look more masculine. This question has popped up quite a bit, which I thought it was necessary to do something about. So here we are and we're doing it. And I've pretty much got about 5 tips that I kind of wanted to share with you today. So I think without any more blabbering, let's get straight into those 5 tips. Actually, just going back to the blabber notes, I did have one thing that I wanted to say before we get into this video. This month is the first month of me implementing Sexuality Mondays. I've just called it that for now, but essentially what I wanted to do is just diversify my content a little bit and start talking about it, because I think sexuality is a very big part of everybody's life. Episode 1 was about how to deal with homophobic people, and I think it's a really good watch, just for not only for gay guys, but also for people that are not really up to date with the whole gay thing. It's a good eye-opener, and I feel like we need content that bridges the gap between the two, because once people understand each other, everything becomes a lot more easy. So that is in the description box for you, the link to it. I've just kind of put it on the side to see how many of you guys actually want to watch that kind of content, and then, yeah, if we want to do more about it, we can release it publicly too. I just was doing a bit of testing, and I didn't want anything to interfere with the hair content. So that's in the description box for you. All right, now let's get on with this video. So tip number 1 for making your man bun look a little bit more masculine. This one's gonna be the most obvious one, but it's facial hair. So obviously facial hair is a feature that males have. Now, if you look at me, my face is very round, right? So without all this facial hair, you can see back in my check-in 16, I had a bare face and my face looked very round. And what I feel like beard hair does, or like a bit of facial hair, is it helps shape my face to stop making it look so round, but it's also like enhancing the fact that I'm a male. So yeah, I feel like it really enhances the masculine look of my face, and ever since I started wearing it and playing around with my beard hair, I feel like, yeah, it does me a service. But on the other hand as well, so this leads me into tip number 2, not a lot of you guys can grow facial hair. I mean, my facial hair is pitiful as it is, like it's quite patchy and whatever, but it still serves me pretty good with what I have. Now, a lot of you guys might have very, very, very scarce facial hair, so it's hard for you to have a masculine looking appearance. A good way that you can counteract not being able to grow facial hair and still have a masculine looking man bun is maybe considering getting the undercut man bun. I always find like a shaven side or shaven sides make a more masculine appearance. Maybe because women just do not ever shave. Well, they do shave their hair, but it's very uncommon. But a shaven head is like a masculine trait as well that we kind of see in society. So by shaving up the sides, you give your head a little bit more length, which can give it more shape. But also, yeah, you get that slick, like shaven look, which I feel really enhances masculinity. So if you can't grow facial hair, try that out. A full man bun might not be the best thing for you. You just have to kind of weigh it up. And if you can grow facial hair, maybe even try having a bit of shaven sides as well. Then you got like double masculine happening. So moving on to tip number 3. So tip number 3 is to bold your features a little bit more. So I've discussed like growing facial hair and how that can like shape your face and make your face look more like manly, but also looking at your eyebrows and your eyelashes, they're a really good way to like enhance your facial features as well. And because your facial features are on your face, they're very close to the hair, so it kind of ties the picture all in together. So if we've got bold here, we can then look at the like feminine looking hairstyle and go, okay, this is definitely a male. Do you know what I mean? It's like a differentiator, and I feel like bold features really scream masculinity. So I've got my eyebrows on. Now I just paint these on, like I've actually got accustomed to like doing different shapes on my eyebrows, and I usually have a bit of patchiness through here. So with my little brush tool and my eyebrow thing, I just go fill them in, and I also blink on it as well, just to enhance my eyelashes a little bit more and give me that bolder effect to tie in the whole look to my face. And that's tip number 3. So tip number 4 is to have a messy look. Now, my hair today, it's quite messy. It's a messy bun. I've actually got it straightened. But I find that messy looks usually are another society-based thing. Like men are just usually pictured as like messy, more slobby than what men are. Like a woman will really have a nice tidy bun, but I find a messy look, it kind of goes more with our idea of masculinity, if you know what I mean. So if you want to like rough it up a little bit and have a bit more of a masculine appearance, roughing your hair up and, wearing your bun nice and messy can actually help aid with that as well. Tip number 5 I have for you is to wear it lower, if you know what I mean. So that's totally counteractive to what I'm wearing today. However, I've used my eyebrows and my beard to like kind of make up for that. I feel like a high bun is actually very like ballerina-like, if you know what I mean. So it can actually come across quite feminine. And I've got I don't mind wearing it. Like I actually don't give a shit. But if you're trying to go for a more masculine look all the time, I would consider wearing it, mid or low. I really feel like when I wear the lowered man bun, my whole appearance kind of changes and it really like solidifies this masculine look for me. I have been referred to like looking like a maid with a lowered man bun. However, like I guess it's just how you see it. But when I look at myself, I feel like a mid or a low man bun actually enhances my masculine look, and a high one will usually give me more of a more feminine sort of look, like ballerina-y kind. So yeah, that would be a bit of advice that I have. Try wearing it low and see what you think. And I also think as well, like back in the old days when men had long hair, they would always wear, the low ponytail. It's like that low, like you never saw a guy with like long hair wearing a big high ponytail, you know what I mean? Or a big high bun. It's always low and really conservative. So I feel like that's kind of where I get that picture from too. I'm just kind of drawing like from eons ago. Okay, the next thing is to wear tighter fitting clothes. Now that might sound counteractive as well, but tighter fitting clothes, like especially for me or my body shape, I feel like having these shirts that like tighten up my shoulders and my bust, it reveals my masculine shape a lot more. So by wearing tighter clothes, I'm able to like show off my masculine body features. Now you might not be really muscly or whatever, and in that case, I still feel like even when I didn't have this much muscle, wearing tighter fitted clothes like around my bicep or whatever, it would actually enhance the look of it. So even though it wasn't that big, because I was wearing a tighter shirt, it actually made it look like the muscle was filling out the sleeve. So, and I feel like the more you can like show your shape, like especially in a casual sense, wearing tighter clothes, just like wearing a t-shirt, it actually gives off that masculine vibe as well. You might think, well, what the hell does wearing your clothes have to do with your hair? But again, like I was saying with the like the facial features, it all ties in together. You are a look. So if we've got masculine here, that leads up to my face where we've got masculine there, then we've got masculine here, and then it ties into the bun to also give the masculine look. Do you know what I mean? So that's kind of how I justify that, and I really like wearing tighter fitted clothes because, yeah, I feel like it makes me look more masculine. I can move my boobs now. So, and then adding on to, like, this is technically a 6th tip, or like, it's an add-on to the tighter fitting clothes one. I do understand that not everybody has the same body shape. So some of you might be really slim. Some of you might have a body shape like me. Some of you might be a bit rounder. And if you're a bit rounder, wearing tighter fitting clothes isn't always going to work. But this tip that I'm going to share now actually can work for everybody that wants to dress a little bit differently. And it's more about the color tones that you wear. So if you look at a male color palette, like you can Google it, if you Google masculine colors, it'll usually come up in blues, grays, and blacks, and more darker tone of any shade. So if you were going to wear a purple, it would be a darker purple. If you're going to wear a green, wear a darker green. See, like this is like a khaki green, right? If I wore a fluorescent or a pastel green, that's not going to give me a more masculine look. Do you know what I mean? It's going to give me a more feminine look because those lighter tone colors, for some reason in society, get painted as like feminine and masculine. So when you're thinking about wearing your colors, just make sure it's like the darker, dustier tone, especially with like the blues, the grays, and wearing black as well. Black is a killer one for enhancing that masculinity. And if you want to wear the tighter clothes with a darker color, it's like layering it, masculine, masculine. Do you know what I mean? But if you are like on the rounder side as well and you're not comfortable with wearing tighter clothes, then yeah, just make sure you're really thinking about your color schemes, and it'll always be dark, like earthier tones, but whatever color you can think of, except pink probably. Like even, I think, I love pink. I love wearing pink too. I don't give a fuck. I wear pastel pink. But even, like, I would just eliminate pink if you're really wanting to go for this masculine look. And any other color you can think of, the darker tone of that. So the more dusty area. That'll always give you a more masculine sort of look. And if you tie it in again with the facial features and, the body shape, everything like that, it creates the whole look. So yeah, go for darker tones, stay away from pastels and light colors. I mean, white can work too. White actually can look quite masculine at times, but I think that's got to do with like, it really requires the body shape as well. If you wear a big white shirt and you're kind of big, you kind of look bigger, if you know what I mean. So unless you've actually got the physique or whatever, like, I don't know, you'd have to play around with it, but that's like my best tips that I can give on what to wear to make your man bun look more masculine. And that is pretty much my 6 tips. Well, I'm going to call it 5 tips. That's my 5 tips for making your man bun look a little bit more masculine. Probably a little bit more in there than you thought. In terms, if you want me to do like a video about how I actually do my eyebrows and make them look bolder, I'm more than happy to do that. I have done a couple of videos before, but over the years, my methods have just all changed. Like I've just incorporated different things and different ways of doing it, and the structure that I've got now is actually my favorite one. I hardly do any plucking. I just do like a little bit of plucking to get rid of my mono and then fill everything else in. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't yet seen any of the other Man Bun Monthly series episodes, there will be a playlist in the description box below, so you can watch them all from the start. There's tons of Man Bun content in there. There's 10 different types of man buns. There's the undercut man bun versus the full man bun. There's fake man buns we tried. The perfect man bun length. Like, man bun everything, we got it, okay? I have run a little bit low on ideas too, so any of you out there that have ideas about what I could do next for the man bun, that would be great. Maybe we could even do a deeper dive into the eyebrows thing, or we could do a deeper dive into the color schemes to wear, and I could show you some different things to wear with it. You let me know what you want to see, okay? But yeah, I hope you found this informative, and I'll see you next month for the next episode. Catch you later. Bye.